Action.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, and we traded with Elaine. So if you came on here thinking you were going to see Elaine, surprise, you get Cindy and myself today. And we are flying solo on Mystery 57, which means that I get to sew on the mystery today because Patrick is on vacation this week. And we want to continue on with our mystery. So welcome. It is going to be an absolutely beautiful week here in Colorado this week. I think we're in the 70s and 80s all week, which for April, we'll take it because we could be having a massive snowstorm right now.
Yep.
But no, we'll take 70s and 80s. So this week, oops, I meant to bring my purse over to show them. So this week we do have my payday class that is going to be on Friday. That is going to be a Zoom. I will try and get that over here so we can show it all to you. So that is going to be on Friday at 10 a.m. And it looks like somebody heard me and is bringing it over for us. So this is our Next by Annie project. It's called the Payday Wallet. It's kind of like a wallet. You can take this off and have it as like a clutch. You could put like a wristlet strap on it and just carry it on your wrist, or you can carry it as an over the shoulder or a crossbody bag. So it's got magnets in there. We've got zipper compartments. We have credit card little slips in there. So that is going to be on Friday. We will be sending out the invite on Thursday. And there is some pre-class work. So if you're joining me on Friday for this class, make sure that you do look for the pre-class work that is on to the calendar for Friday. And then next Monday, I have my Serger project, which is this one right here.
I love this.
Do you?
I do.
So this one is the next Serger project, and this is going to be on Monday at 10 o'clock. Okay. So this class, I do think we'll be going over a little bit. I'm not sure that we will get this finished in the 2-hour time. I know we're not going to get this finished in the 2-hour time slot. What am I joking? So yes, that is that. And we do have a giveaway today. And our giveaway today is this really cute notebook cover.
Super cute.
And this is going to go to Karen Honstein.
Oh,
so Karen is turning a big, can we say it?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah? I mean, at that point, it's
like, you have to celebrate it,
you
right?
have to celebrate it. So she's turning a big 9-0 today. So I have known Karen for a long, long, long time.
Karen.
In fact, Karen was probably my age when I first started, in this industry. So this is going to go to Karen, and happy birthday from all of your friends at Above and Beyond.
Yay.
Okay. Let's see. I don't have a joke for you, but let's get sewing because we got lots and lots of sewing to do today. I also do have a brand new fabric that I'm going to show you today. And we also got some brand new serger thread in that I'm going to show you also.
So exciting.
We got lots to show you. Let's go sew.
You want me on your other side?
Yeah. You good?
All right. Yep.
Okay. So, Patrick, bless his heart, sewed out some beautiful little star blocks for us, and we are going to add to these blocks. Okay, so on the cutting directions, you had cutting directions to make the white fabric, the background fabric, and these were 5 1/8 yard, not 5 1/8 yard, 5 1/8 inch squares, and we cut them on one diagonal.
Okay.
And we are going to stitch this to one side. So when we put this on here, what we are looking at is a couple of different things. We want to make sure that we have equal hangover of our triangle on each side. And we're going to be doing a lot of this today. Okay.
They're all shocked that you're moving on without Patrick.
Shh, don't tell him. Shh. This was actually the part I was concerned about him, because everything I'm doing today is on the triangles and it's all bias.
Yeah.
And I was a little concerned that he might be pulling on those triangles. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up the machine for 1/4 of an inch seam, and we are going to stitch down the triangle on one side. And then we are going to take another triangle and we are going to stitch that down on the opposite triangle, on the opposite side. I'm going to take this to the iron and I'm going to press both of these out. Okay?
Okay.
I'm now going to take another triangle and I'm going to put it onto the remaining two sides. Okay?
All right. And do they only have one of each of these blocks to make?
No, they actually have 5 of each color. Okay, I'm going to grab a marking pen and a ruler really quick.
Okay.
Because I want to show them one other thing.
Hello, everybody just joining. We are working on part 4 of Mystery 57.
Okay, so I'm going to press this one out.
You're adding steam, right? A little bit when you press?
Yes, I am. Okay, so making sure that you've got your triangles on so that they are even within your star block can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge. So if you're concerned with that, here is what I would recommend you do. I would recommend that you take your block and you draw a diagonal and a vertical line, point to point, okay?
Linda, we can definitely do that for you. We'd be happy to.
Okay, now this time when I add my triangles, I'm still putting right side down, but if I don't know where my point is supposed to be, I'm kind of guessing. Okay, so now what I can do is I can put my point on my horizontal line, and I know now that my triangle is centered to my star block.
Perfect. Yeah, sometimes that's hard to judge.
Well, and it's quite important because we're still going to add on to this block. And if it's not square, it's just going to get worse and worse as we add on. So this one, I'm going to lift this up so that I can see my horizontal line again. And I want raw edges even right here. I want the tip of my triangle to sit right on my horizontal line in the center of my block. So if you are not good at eyeballing, to make sure that your triangle is positioned centrally, then I would recommend you do your marking. And I'm going to press these both out. And then we're going to add the last two onto each side of this one. And
you pressed and you lost your drawings.
You're right, I did. I didn't think about that. So
Tammy was like, careful when you press, the lines are going to disappear.
Yeah, I should have been more careful when you can tell that I didn't do the lines on any of my other blocks.
Yeah.
But anyway, you are going to make a total of 5 red and 5 blue of these blocks. The other way you can tell is when you're centered. Can you see if I put this on here, my points aren't centered right here. If I scoot this down, can you see now how my points are overlapping to create a perfect little square? That's also another indicator that my triangle is laying correctly to my block.
It's probably easier to see with white on white fabric.
Yes. Okay, next up you have a lot of triangles, but the two fabrics you need to pull. All of these triangles are the same size that you have left, but you have a blue star fabric and you have a red that is this shabby fabric, the Riley Blake shabby. These are the two fabrics that you need to pull, okay? You're going to take your block, and what we're going to do is we basically have a square within a square, and now we're going to make it within another
square.
Okay.
All right.
So what we are going to do is we are going to put a red down on this side. And again, we need this point to be right in the center. You don't want it like this. It's not going to come out right. Okay. So do pay attention to make sure that your overhangs are even and that this point is on the center part of the center square.
Melinda says she always has to fold to give herself a crease because otherwise she always presses off her lines.
And we're going to do opposites. We're going to do red, red, okay? And I'm going to press these out, okay? And then on the two opposite ones, we are going to do blue.
Cheryl, we will look into that. don't know the answer, but I will check for you.
And we're going to do blue on the opposite side. And we're going to press.
So does it matter that you start with red or start with blue?
No, because once this goes into the next part, those seams are going to be, these seams are going to get taken into, and you're not going to know which one you put on first.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if you put the blue on first or the red on first. And then we're going to repeat that with our blue block.
Mary, the templates come in the pattern.
And we are still able to make these kits. And we also do have backing kits available for this project. So this is basically a pretty good size quilt. It's like 60 by 70 inches. And the backing fabric is a navy Moda thatched. And it is $39.99. And we're going to press again.
Alrighty. Yeah, Laura, Q2 would be the inch or the foot that you would need for that.
And then we're going to do the last two sides with the blue. And the last side.
You got it, Marie. We'll get you one.
And I'm going to press these ones.
Okay.
Can you pass me that first pile on your, there you go. Okay. And then you're going to repeat that for all 10 of your blocks.
All right.
So you're going to end up with 5 blue and 5 red. And we're going to go up to the cutting table and we are going to square this up. Okay? Okay, so these blocks are going to be 12.5 inches. So the ideal ruler is going to be a 12.5 inch square.
Perfect.
So basically, there really shouldn't be much trimming that you need to do other than maybe just like a hair where you've got your joins going on. Can you see how I've just got just a little bit right there?
Yep. And each point, you're kind of trying to get 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah, but honestly, there isn't a whole lot.
So with this one, it has...
So yes, you do want to try and keep these points to 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to do each of the 4 sides using my rotating mat.
Oh, it's super easy.
And it is when you've got the right size ruler, and you'll see that all I have cut off is just a little hair. Okay. Obviously that depends how each person really does sew, but that's really all you're going to do. And you're going to trim you are going to trim every one of these blocks down to a 12.5-inch square.
Okay.
Okay, let's show them our new fabric.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we got a new line of fabric. It is from Moda, and it is called Sage Wood. And we have a couple of different ways for you to buy this. First of all, we have put all of the yardage and the bundle on today's website. Okay, so that's going to be the best way, and you can buy in 1/4 yard increments. Okay. So we do have a fat 1/4 bundle, and the fat 1/4 bundle is $23.99. And this is it's 8 different fat 1/4s, and we'll go through each of the prints. But it is, look how pretty this one is.
Yeah.
And we also have that with the black background too. I love, love, love them. So let's take a look. So if you don't shop online and you want to leave a comment, you're welcome to do that too. Okay, number 1 is this cream color background with the light pink and the dark pink floral petite flower in it. Number 2 is a Bella solid that Moda choose these solids to go with their groupings. Okay, so number 2 is a Bella solid that goes with this print. Number 3 is another print. It's like a leaf print. Number 4 is another Bella solid. This is probably my favorite print out of all of them. I love, love, love this one.
Yeah, super pretty.
This is one of the main prints in the collection. And number 6 is another coordinate. This one's got the dark teal background, but it is a different flower.
One's my favorite.
A couple of the ladies this morning really like this one, and I wouldn't say that's my favorite, but it's very, very pretty. Number 7 is that same print, but this time we've got a pink and a gold flower on there. Number 8 is that main print, but this time we've got it in the black background. And
super pretty.
Yeah. I really would like to do a By Annie project with this and use like the black zippers.
And the hardware and stuff.
Yeah. I actually wonder if the new lilac or the coral zippers would go pretty with this. And by the way, we did get all of those new zippers in today. So if you've been waiting, they just came in today. And then number 9 is another coordinate. So you can buy these however much yardage you would like, or you can buy them online, or we have put together a fat 1/4 bundle. I think this would just make a great, great table runner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go sew. We got more sewing to do. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We got a lot of sewing to do today.
Of course we do. Patrick's not here.
Okay. Will you pass me that pile right over there?
Yes. Yes, the black at the bottom is gorgeous.
Okay. So there was 4 other fabrics. They all were 7-inch squares, and this is the one print that was substituted. My kit has the substitution. Most of the kits had this print with a white background. Okay. This was called the white firework. This one is actually a Kimberbell substitution that we had to go to. So mine does have the substitution. So yours may look a little bit different. But we've got the red with the white dots. We've got the white background with the fireworks. We have this one, which is a Riley Blake paparazzi. And then we have this one, which is the dot fabric. Okay. These have to be stitched together in the correct sequence. So the first one we're going to do is the red and white. So we are going to stitch a red to a white.
You said this quilt is about 60 by 70?
Let me double check the size for you. 1 second, without giving this away, because I have 62 by 74.
Okay.
So it's a good size quilt.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we're making sure that these are all even, and then we are going to stitch a 1/4 of an inch seam all the way down along the long edge. And I'm going to repeat that for the other one. You are going to repeat it for all of your triangles. You are going to have 20 sets. You're going to make 20 sets of these. And we
Of the red and white.
Of the red and white. And we are going to press these to the red. Okay, we're going to press the seam allowance to the red.
Okay. All right, while she's pressing that, I wanted to go over the fabrics one more time. So this one here, if you're wanting to order yardage through the comments, we do have fabric number 1, which is a cream background with the little pink flowers. There's a light and a dark. So this would be fabric number 1. We've got the solid that goes with that. That's fabric number 2. This is a nice coral color. We've got the blue leafy and the blue teal. So leaves were 3, teal is solid as 4. We've got the main print, which this one has a cream background as number 5. Then we've got another print that is a little different with a teal background as number 6. The black background with the smaller flowers, this one has a pink and a gold. Where are we at? Number 7 now. 8 was the main print with a black background. And finally, we have the purple solid that goes with that as well as number 9. Okay.
Okay, so then you have your 2 blues. You have your paparazzi and you have your jot dot. And we're going to put these right sides together and we're going to stitch along here. You do want to make sure that these are all nice and even. Okay?
Okay. They are beautiful fabrics.
And then these ones are going to get pressed to the paparazzi fabric.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, next up we are going to make a pinwheel. So we are going to lay this one this way, this one this way, and this one, and this one. And you do need to make sure, the directions will show this to you, but you do want to make sure that you stitch these correctly. So we're going to stitch this one, and we're going to put right sides together, and we're going to stitch this seam. Now, because of the way we've pressed, our seams are going to nest right here. Okay?
All right, perfect.
And likewise for the bottom block on the pinwheel, they are also going to nest for you. We're going to lay these back out. We're going to press, I pressed the blue, okay? So the bottom is going to get pressed this way. The top one is going to get pressed this way, so that when we position these two together, our seams will be nesting also.
Perfect.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to position these right together, right here. I like to pinch it right at the 1/4 inch and then flip this up and make sure that I've got a point.
Perfect.
Now you know why I'm doing this and not Patrick, right?
Well, I'm sure if it was Patrick, we'd have fork pins out, right?
We would. And super glue and
and the black light, because we were working on with white on white earlier. We are sewing on the Baby Lock chorus today.
okay. And then when we open that
Perfect.
up, we should have a good point. And it does not matter which way you press this. And you are going to make
a lot of these.
I've been busy. You are going to make 10 of these, and we're going to take this one up to the cutting table. Okay?
All right. Patrick is traveling out of the country to attend his son's wedding. Oh yeah, if Patrick were sewing, don't forget the seam ripper too.
Okay, so on the ruler, we are watching, on this one, we are watching the 45-degree line, and on this 12.5-inch ruler, we've got that 45-degree angle on both sides of the ruler, and we're making sure that that is positioned right down the center of the seam line, and likewise for this seam line. Oh no, did you just see that?
I did. Well, I'm glad you like it, Laura.
What is she liking?
Her chorus.
Oh,
best thing I ever owned, she says.
Okay, and then you are going to trim down your second block. So now we have all of our blocks together.
That's exciting.
So we have 10 of these, 5 blue, 5 red, and then we have 10 of these that are all going to be identical.
Okay.
Okay. Before I let you all go, I'm going to take you over and show you a brand new thread line that we just got in. We ordered this last August. That is how long it has taken. That's why we're so excited about it. Because it literally has taken like 7 months to come in. It had to come from Europe, and I think it was on a long boat somewhere. Definitely
They went the long way around.
It definitely did not come via air. So let's go take a peek.
Okay.
So this new thread that we have is by Madeira, and it's a specialty thread, and it's the Overlock Inspirations. And what is unique about this thread is the weight of the thread. So this thread is either, there's two different ones on here, but it's either a 6-weight or an 8-weight thread. So it's really, did I say 6 and 8? 4 and 6. Okay, 4 and 6. So the Decora is a shiny thread, and that one is a 6-weight. The Katona is a cotton thread and is a 4-weight. So a lot of the colors are the exact same color, but it's a different type of finish.
And they look so different.
They can. These ones look quite alike. But some of the colors look way different.
Yeah.
Yes, when you look at them, they can look very, very different. So I'm going to let Cindy zoom in. We do have all of these online. They do have map pricing on them. So online, it's all priced at the sale price for the map. But we can show you up close some of the fun colors that we have. The nice thing, the reason that we got this thread in is if you are a Baby Lock Applaud owner, these will work great in your wipers, in the wiper system. You can also use these for bobbin stuffing on your regular machine. You can use these on the loopers in the serger, and you can also use them for couching. Now, Elaine, her next serger club, she's actually going to be using this one right here.
I think this is actually one of my favorites.
It's very you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is actually, this one is called the Oyster Shell, and she's using it in the cotton version. There is an oyster shell in the rayon version, and that one does look very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love them.
This one's got a lot more green in it by the look of it.
So yep, so we've got the Katona, which is the 4-weight here on this side. Then we've got the rayon, which is the 6-weight on this side. As of right now, we literally just popped it out of the box and put our display up. So right now they are only in the Thornton store. And if we happen to sell a bunch of it after just showing it, it might take a little bit for Littleton's to get theirs. But yes, we will have it in both stores.
We will have it in both stores.
Yep.
Absolutely. We want to kind of give it an initial show to you guys to see how you would like it. And then we will be splitting it and sending it down to the Littleton store.
All right.
So thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it. And we will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.